to work, and I'ma gauge my progress by the sign of the word. Now I ain't yet a success, but yes, the word that I stress.
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling. Haha, you already know Ricky Rose, right? Rick Ross, always talking about hustling, right? Listen, my name is Pablo Rivera. This is another edition of Make It Happen Mondays, right? So I'm hoping you're ready, okay? Listen, we already in the spring, we already in the fall, right? Winter, spring, summer, fall, right? We in the fall right now because we just finishing summer, right? So check this out. What is it that fall or autumn really represents, right? That's when the harvest, that's harvest time. That's when you're going out, right? We know the farmers, they went ahead, they sowed their seed, right? I'm hoping you did the same, right? If you was following me, you was sowing that seed, right? Now it's the time to reap the rewards. You know what I'm saying? They always say that you will only reap what you sow, right? But check it. Here's another realization moment. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't sow any seeds, right? If you didn't start any habits, if you didn't set any goals, if you didn't try to perpetuate positivity, if you wasn't making it happen, if you wasn't doing any of those things, then guess what? You ain't gonna be reaping too much. You will not be reaping too much, all right? But check it out though. It's also a new beginning, right? New season, new beginning. I know I'm a little bit late on the announcement of autumn, you know what I'm saying? But yo, check it out. I was still catching up, finishing my wintertime things, and I went right into setting up my fall time things into my wintertime things. I was setting up my fall to set up for winter, and days got away from me. You know what I'm saying? Now listen, the days got away from me, but my trajectory, my timeline, my milestones, they did not. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm not sitting here thinking about, oh, today's Tuesday, today's that. The only day I'll be thinking about is for y'all, and that's Monday, so that I can get out this Make It Happen Monday, and y'all can understand, and y'all can start this whole week off with a new vigor, with a new level of energy, with a new level of motivation. I want you to go on through every week inspired, right? And that's the only reason why I be checking on Mondays, right? Because my motivation just keeps on going. My motivation just keeps on going. I'm not trying to prime the pump. I'm not trying to, press that button a couple times so I can pull the ripcord and all of a sudden it'll start. I wake up ready, okay? So I don't need to sit here and say, oh, well, it's Friday, then I can, it's Monday and I'm gonna, nah, like I said, the only reason why I'm paying attention to the days is because it's Monday, and that way I can knock out one of these Make It Happen Mondays for you, right? Everything else, I got it all planned out. Every morning I wake up, organize my day, organize my week, organize my month, organize my year, right? And so on and so forth, because that's what I do, right? So check this out. What I'm about to be talking about today is really just making it happen, right? Watch me make it happen, okay? But what I mean by making it happen is actually taking actionable steps and doing it and making it happen, okay? Too many of y'all caught on planning. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do this when I get more money. Oh, I'm going to do this when I'm a little bit healthier. I'm going to do this when I lose a couple pounds. I'm going to do this when I got $1,000 in the bank. I'm going to do this when I got $20,000. I'm going to do this when whatever it is, okay? Y'all need to stop planning, and you need to work with what it is that you got, okay? They say that luck is when opportunity and preparation meet, right? So cool, I'm not saying don't prep at all, but y'all just planning on prepping, okay? So don't sit here and get caught in the preparation. Don't get stuck in the planning. Don't get being like, oh, I'm gonna, it will be nice, when I graduate high school, then why can't you start laying the groundwork down right now? You don't need to plan. What are you gonna do today? What are you going to do today? Listen, we already talked about this, and I know some of y'all probably listening to me like, yeah, but Pablo, you be telling me to plan my day. You be telling me to plan my weeks and my months and my years and all that. Now you're telling me don't get stuck on planning. Yeah, that's the key. Don't get stuck on planning. Don't get stuck with paralysis by analysis, right? You don't want to get stuck in those things. Whatever it is you have right now, the resources that you have right now, the tools that you have in front of you right now, you can do something with that. Yo, listen, I can remember going into my kitchen, right, and not even having all the ingredients for anything, right? I had milk, no cereal. You know what I mean? I had whatever it was. I had bread, no peanut butter, or peanut butter, no bread. Whatever you name whatever it is, the two things that you like together, I didn't have it. You see what I'm saying? But I'll tell you what, I ate though. You see what I'm saying? I went into the kitchen and I said, I'm going to do what I can with the tools and the resources that I have in front of me. And too many of y'all sitting there making excuses about how you ain't got the proper tool or you ain't got the proper resources. Check it out. I could screw in a flathead screw with a butter knife. Now listen, Everything is so much easier with the right tools, man. Everything is so much easier with the right tools. But sometimes we don't got the right tools. And sometimes we need to build up so that we can get that tool to make it easier. You see what I'm saying? That's the reason why we're trying to be successful. Because you know what? Everybody sit here and say, I want more do-re-mi. I want some more cash. I want to be able to... Blah, blah, blah. No, you know what you want? You want to be able to. That's what it is. If you had 500 million, trillion, quadrillion, $4,000,000 and you couldn't do what it is that you want to do, then what the value does the money have? That's what we need to do, is start valuing our time. And if we just wasting our time away because we ain't got that perfect tool, or if we just wasting our time away because the opportunity hasn't yet presented itself, then when it does, you ain't going to be ready. Stop planning for when and do now. You see what I'm saying? Stop planning for when it's going to happen and do it now. You see what I'm saying? Check it out. I had this pressure washing company back in the day, right? I didn't have a pressure washer. You see what I'm saying? How was I going to start a pressure washing company with no pressure washer? Because I was not going to wait for the time that I had a pressure washer to start the business of pressure washing. You feel me? So I was going out and I was talking to people. I was telling people what I had before I had it. You see what I'm saying? I was creating documents. I created contracts. I created invoices. I was doing everything I could do. The only thing I needed was the pressure washer. Now, truth be told, one of my boys was like, yo, I got a pressure washer. We're going to do the darn thing. We're going to hook it up. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't really need the pressure washer in my hand, right? But most people will sit there and be like, yo, if I got a pressure washing company, how am I going to start if I ain't got a pressure washer? And then next thing you know, the day passes, a week passes, a month passes, years passed. They was like, I remember I was gonna. You see what I'm saying? I was gonna. You know, it's funny, as a prior service member, right? Every time I talk to somebody and they find out that I was in the military or something like that, that I was in the military, they got some reason in their head why they want to tell me why they almost signed up. You see what I'm saying? And everybody got some sort of an excuse of, oh, I was going to do this, but then this happened. Or I was going to do this, but then this happened. Or I was going to do this, but then this happened. Yeah, because you didn't take action on it. You see what I'm saying? I was gonna. You see what I'm saying? How many times you get in a fight, right? And you always got that one friend who's around the edges. You know what I'm saying? He don't ever jump in. And he was, yo, I was about to, but you know, I had this piece of paper in my hand. Yeah, you didn't act. You kept planning. That's what we want to stay away from. We don't want to get caught up in our lives. I was about to, but I had this paper in my hand. You see what I'm saying? Listen, we got a lot of time ahead of us, okay? We got a lot of time ahead of us. All right, we living way longer than historically people used to live, right? But also it's going to be over in a blink of an eye. And I'm telling you, when I was a child or an adolescent and I was growing up, I felt like I had all the time in the world. And I'll tell you what, a year felt like it took a year. You feel what I'm saying? But right now, I'm telling you, perspectives have changed. You see what I'm saying? I see my daughters, right? I see my son, I felt like he was 6 years old yesterday. The dude is 13. Talking about, look at, I think I got whiskers and all that. Okay, that's 13 years that have passed by. Those are the fastest 13 years I've had. My daughter's 4. Those are the fastest 4 years I've ever had. And the more of them that you keep going, because you start having milestones and it just starts going and flowing and going. And next thing you know, 15, 30 years have passed. And now, whoa, what happened? You see what I'm saying? Time is relative to what it is that you're doing. And I don't want you to waste your time, because listen, it's still the same amount of time. Like I said, a year felt like a year. Right now, a year feels like a month, okay? But it's still a year, all right? So when you sit here and you're like, I'm going to do this when this happens, a month has passed, and a month is a month. And if you was being productive, that month might have flew by. But not being productive, that month is going and just dragging and dragging and and guess what's happening to your goals? Guess what's happening to them small milestones that you're trying to reach to be able to attain them larger goals? They just getting flushed down the toilet. They going farther and farther away from the mark. And next thing you know, 13 years, 15 years, 20 years gonna pass by, and you're gonna be like, dang, I was gonna, but I had this piece of paper in my hand, right? So check it out. This is what I'm telling you right now. Life ain't that long. Now, that ain't meant to be, you know, all dark and gloomy and all that stuff like that. Because it's not. It's a beautiful thing, right? But if you got goals, if you got things that you're trying to accomplish, the clock is ticking. You see what I'm saying? This ain't running down the clock so you can win the game because there ain't no time left. Because once there ain't no more time left, I mean, yeah, you won the game because hopefully you went up to heaven and you up there chilling right now, right? But for the most part, if we trying to accomplish our goals, we can't let the clock run out. We need to take action, right? What I do not want for you, and I darn sure don't want for me, is for us to be on our deathbed and to think back on our life and say, dang, man, I should have. I was gonna, but I just had this piece of paper in my hand. Stop planning for when and be ready now. Yeah, you might be able to get better, okay, as the time passes. If what you are ready for today doesn't happen today, well, you got another day. If what you are planning for tomorrow doesn't happen tomorrow, well, you got another day. And thank goodness, because had it happened 3 days ago, you'd have still knocked it out, but it wouldn't have been as good as it was today. Get better every day, little by little. Stop planning for one day what ifs and put together what you got right now. Because you are capable. You are powerful beyond measure. You have the ability to do these things. You have been thinking forward. You are energized. You are motivated. You are inspired. You are inspiring. You are motivational without saying a word. It's just by your actions. And that's the reason why you can look at yourself in the mirror. You can look at the world and you can stand tall and proud and say, my name is Pablo Rivera. Obviously, you would insert your name there, right? But my name is Pablo Rivera. And watch me make it happen. That's right. Wake up in the morning, state your goal, and say it. My goal is to drink 40 ounces of water. My goal is to run 5 miles a day. My goal is to whatever that is. And then state your name and say, watch me make it happen. There is power in words. You got them. Now take action. Hey, I hope that this motivated you. I hope that this inspired you. I hope that the message was able to be delivered and received the way it was intended. I believe in you, all right? Listen, for my water warriors out there, make sure you hitting them goals, all right? Make sure you hitting them goals. We going on 30 days, and I know some of y'all missed a couple, all right? But that's all right, because that's not a failure. That's a recognition. What is it that made you miss that day? All right, let's fix that for the next day, right? Some of y'all, some of y'all been knocking it out. Some of y'all on day, I think it's 29. 29 today, I believe it. I got to check my papers, but I think it's 29. If it ain't, it's 28. But y'all been killing the game, all right? We doing some psychological building right now in there. We doing some psychological building because we setting these goals. We reaching them goals. We going to set some new goals and just keep on going. Listen, we going to get ourselves on a winning streak because that's what it's about. And the mind don't know no different. It's a small goal, big goal, a series of goals, whatever it is. Your mind is developing a habit of setting a goal and accomplishing the goal, reviewing and setting a new one. All right? Listen, I'm hoping that today motivated you, inspired you, got you ready to go so you can go for the rest of the week and kill it. All right? So go ahead and do it. Once again, my name is Pablo Rivera. Watch me make it happen.
On my shoulders when I'm in motion, I'm focused, thoroughly thought of my plans and the execution. You notice, ain't no time to think about it, only time to react. Your intuition under pressure, weigh you down on your back. I scribble thoughts in my palm, I sing it when I get home. Organize my inner visions while I'm chilling.